That was just a nice sunset with some lightning bolts. Anyways, Bluebeam project is all the freaking clouds I've been taking pictures of and stuff and videos of is practice for Bluebeam project. They're gonna try to mind control us with the freaking visuals, a fake alien invasion, and mind control us with the 5G towers. The 5G towers was never made for internet. It's made for a weapon against us. Anyways, basically, a lot of the Trump's president, but he's not running the freaking country. Basically, the country's still being run by freaking the deep state. And basically, I think the deep state, there's two parts of the deep state. There's spies that are actually good people that hopefully will help us. But, you know, like these people, the people that dump blue dye into the freaking, into the clouds all day, they don't know that we're going to get 5G mind control freaking, you know, and those clouds are going to be lowered to the ground and a fake alien invasion. I hope they don't know all that. If they do, but anyways, they're freaking making a lot of freaking stuff right near, so everything's always in freaking Lakeland. You know, if you Google Pablo Escobar buying missiles for El Salvador, El Salvador's home of the MS-13. My sister had me put in jail for it. Anyways, dude, I like the MS-13. Maria Escobar, Pablo Escobar, Sweet 13, Manuela Escobar. Same initials, and freaking Maria Lopez Guadalupe Escobar La Catrina. She died on my mom's birthday after my dad's funeral, but one of her is going to college in Central Florida, or was, since 2017, when she died in a shootout with Mexican police with freaking machine guns, with body cams. That's freaking bogus, dude. They ain't gonna be wearing body cams, except for that freaking. They made who compiled all the videos from the body cams to make a video of La Catrina getting shot and killed by Mexican police? Juan Pablo. Juan Pablo made the video. Anyways, who looks just like Juan Pablo? Carlos Escobar, my old roommate, not my roommate, but a Riverside alumni, common friends, 35 common friends. When I clicked on him, when I saw him and I added him, he looks just like Juan Pablo, but he's not friends with Juan Pablo. I clicked to add him on Facebook. I had 2,600 friends, and my freaking Facebook got deleted. My Facebook got deleted. So basically, got deleted because I freaking, you know, added Carlos Escobar. So basically, and so they've been letting me put all kind of stuff on my Facebook, and then right when I added, I guess, the wrong person, got deleted. The whole Facebook, 2,600 friends. Anyways, some connections I'd like to see, you know, talk to again, but probably won't. They can get a hold of me. They can re-add me. They know my name. Probably never see them again. I hung out with so many people for like 1 day, 2 days, or even met a family for 30 minutes on the beach. Super, super cool. Buying jewelry from me. I've been traveling, selling jewelry on beaches since 1994, March 1994. I forgot December 93, I was in Colombia. We faked Pablo's death. Anyways, blah, 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 blah. Anyways, my sister's babysitting me. My sister told the detective. My sister was influenced by detectives to freaking lie to the influenced by sheriffs or police in Polk County to lie to freaking the detectives and have me freaking arrested for aggravated stalking, so they could hold me in jail. And you know, of course, I wouldn't be. You know, I got a misdemeanor stalking. I should have never taken that misdemeanor stalking. When I took I got sick. I got the flu. When I went to the court and I freaking signed on a misdemeanor stalking to get out, the whole dorm was yelling at me. Faith-based dorm. You did not stalk your sister. You're not going to be able to get a job. You're not going to be able to get an apartment. Blah, 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 blah. That broke me so bad I wasn't able to get a job. Wasn't able to get an apartment. And that made me get arrested again because I was fucking being crazy or whatever. The video that I got arrested for did not even get kicked off Facebook. The freaking sheriffs or whatever that freaking my sister's friend was a sheriff, influenced her to a lot of the detectives. And my sister's husband was a sheriff, lied to the detectives. Anyways, basically, they didn't know that basically 5 really bad police officers came flying to freaking Ron John parking lot to get me, dude. Because a girl called 911 on me. Anyways, they fucking get there, too. They had to pass the freaking parking lot. They're coming from Ocean Beach Boulevard to A1A, Ron John free parking. I parked there every day for freaking, 30 years. Or not every day, but every day, March, April, May, for 30 years, except for last year. I didn't make it to Cocoa Beach for spring break. I sell jewelry on the beach since March 94. I just was high at a club, and I said, I'm selling necklaces on the beach. And I was already starting to sell them when I was in college in Missouri. My turkey farm girlfriend came and got me in freaking Kokomo's. She was sent by her ex-boyfriend to freaking get me, to freaking secretly move me to freaking, boom, a turkey farm in Oklahoma so I could go skateboarding at Rad's Rock Climbing Skateboarding in Springfield, Missouri, where my team freaking, boom, you're sick, you're going to burn in hell, you're sick, you're going to burn in hell. So Pablo Escobar named my dad freaking, my mom used to say that. Italian moms always say that to their husbands' sons. So my dad got named Sicario by Pablo Escobar. When I went to visit my dad in the hospital, he remembered, man. He was so happy to see me. He goes, so you've been thinking about Pablo Escobar any lately? Then he was like, shh, shh, shh. Anyways, if you Google Pablo Escobar articles in Lakeland Ledger newspaper, Pablo Escobar buying missiles for El Salvador in Polk County, which Lakeland Ledger newspaper, covers. Articles in Lakeland Ledger newspaper. You got to put articles in Lakeland Ledger newspaper. So it'll show you all the newspapers that there's articles about Pablo Escobar, but not in freaking Lakeland Ledger. And why is there no articles about freaking Carlos Leder? Carlos Leder had an island in the Bahamas. He's a politician now. He was freaking DEA in the 90s. And freaking, there's like 20 different Carlos Leders. And Leder is like Lakeland Ledger. Carlos Leder Island to Ledger County. Because after the tax right, after freaking Vietnam, the Democrats had a tax rate of 68%. The year before that, after 1968, all freaking buildings come with demolition already in the building. You just have to have cocaine-addicted rats to freaking shoot through walls and do one freaking floor at a time and run the wires. Like September 11th, freaking, that was demolition bombs for sure. They were built into the building. Who freaking set up the wires? I don't know, dude. But Pablo Escobar was fucking security guard at fucking Twin Towers, dude. It's just Colombia. I got him a job, so fucking they faked his death. I'm just kidding. Anyway, so Pablo Escobar freaking died in 1993. Matt Williams got shot 9 times because fucking he became a sheriff in 1993. His dog Diogi and his partner shot himself once. That's 3. Matt Williams became a sheriff in 93, and he got killed in 2006, right after I moved to freaking Los Angeles with my freaking Russian wife and to be with fucking Julia in Santa Monica. And Julia didn't know that I was the guy that taught her how to surf in 1996 in Costa Rica. Same time freaking CIA was killing freaking Tupac. CIA killed Tupac. Tupac's still alive. Anyways, Julia, she's married to freaking Tupac's son, but they're separated. Anyways, but she wasn't then. So basically she was freaking crying because her boyfriend broke up with her, and I was so worried. I was so happy she got a boyfriend because she'd been hanging out in the hood in Compton, hanging out with black people and going out with black people. She was always telling me she doesn't have sex with them. And I'm thinking, dude, they're gonna I told her that someday she could get raped or something. I was a little bit freaking racist because she's hanging out with hip hop black guys. She said, anyways, but she said I won't get raped, and freaking boom. Finally, she was crying so hard because her boyfriend broke up with her. She finally got a boyfriend and quit hanging out in Compton and in the hood. And I was so happy she got a boyfriend. He was like really good looking black guy, like a model black guy. And I asked her, I said, you promise me you'll never kill yourself, because we became best friends and shit. And I was always wondering, how come I think she's so beautiful, but I never would think about anything freaking like her titties or anything like that. It'd make me sick, because I didn't know but this was going to happen. So she said she couldn't promise me that she wouldn't kill herself. So I said, you know what, where's your dad at? You've been driving us crazy. I need to talk to your dad and have him talk to you and shit. She goes, my dad's fucking either forgot who I am or he's dead. He's CIA. He's the CIA that freaking faked Tupac's death. And I'm starting to fucking trip the fuck out, dude. I go, when's the last time you seen him? She goes, in Costa Rica. And that was 1996. And I'm like, and I'm thinking to myself, I couldn't even talk. And I'm like, you're Nikita? Because I taught a tiny little girl how to surf in freaking Costa Rica for like a month. And freaking, dude. And but I couldn't say it. I go, what does your freaking dad look like? She goes, oh, he has green eyes, long brown, red, black freaking hair, dyed from freaking the sun, halfway down his back, tan, freaking cut, such a good surfer, so good looking. And I'm like, you're Nikita Surf? And I freaking blacked out to my other personality. I got another personality. It's Lenny. They split my personality at Riverside Military Academy. All right. I made a video that Hezbollah cookie farmers just got to Iran in 1974 ACDC jailbreak, a CIA operative out of prison in Iran, and demon aliens can't detect the radiation for the freaking Russian tactical suitcase nukes because they're freaking encased in black NASA Nazi ceramic freaking tile like underneath the space shuttle. And fucking boom. 3 days later, Nazar Zaka was released from prison in Iran, charged with espionage on death row, freaking hands bound behind back, solitary confinement. He was there 4 years, so Trump became president 8 years early. Hillary was supposed to be president, then Trump was supposed to become president, but Nazar Zaka thinks that Obama and Biden left him in there. No, dude, they just play good cop, bad cop. Dude, the politicians are all friends, dude. Now, Trump's probably mind controlled. I've been trying to get a hold of Trump since I tried to get a hold of Trump. I called Trump 5 times. I got scared out of Polk County by the police. And freaking Anifta, freaking black guys with dreads, freaking boom near my car all night. They freaking put a black electric tape on the gas light and they freaking took the gas out of my car. I go to freaking Orlando and freaking boom, I get fucking pulled over by a trooper, and then freaking Mexican sheriff pulls up and says, you got a Baker Act him and not call it in. I said, no, they're Sinaloa cartel. They fucking killed Pablo. I thought El Chapo killed Pablo. When I was in jail, freaking Javier Vasquez has a fucking tattoo of El Chapo on his shoulder. He tells me that freaking El Chapo's freaking family, I could go hang out with them in Sinaloa if I wanted to. He knows their family. He told me him and his dad are best friends. I'm like, dude, you've been in and out of prison since you were all your life for drugs, and you say you and your dad are best friends, and you're here because of driving on a suspended license going to your dad's funeral? That means your dad's your uncle. That your dad's not your dad. I had to write him letters to his girlfriends in English because fucking he's done writing English. Anyways, Javier. Anyways, if you look up Drug Lord El Mencho, one of the pictures is Javier. Javier's freaking boom. A street level drug dealer, gets arrested all the time, but he gets out of jail, and fucking he was in jail with me for 6 months, but they reinstated his probation. And then fucking boom. The next day we had a freaking fake riot. Somebody stabbed 68 times in Max. It was in the paper. We didn't know that somebody got stabbed 68 times. All of a sudden, the CO's Vincent, Drug Lord El Mayo's son Vincent was CO. He never would look at me. They walk in, and he's with a black guy and a Cert 13, and the black guy yells out, hey, all you white, racist, redneck, freaking meth heads. We're having a fake riot. Look, the COs, correction officers, left the freaking trays in the fucking boom day room. They left the hard-ass trays. They always make sure they get every fucking tray back. They count the trays. They would never leave trays in the fucking day room for us to use for a fake riot. We had a fake riot, doors opened up to Max, somebody got stabbed 68 times. 11 years earlier, or 13 years earlier, I forget, you do the math, 2006, this was 2017, 11 years earlier, Angelo Freeland shot 68 times. Matt shot 9. He's freaking boom. And Diogi and his partner, 3. Matt became a sheriff in 1993. Also in 1993, Pablo Escobar faked his death. El Chapo got freaking arrested the first time, and fucking boom. Twin Towers got attacked the first time. Okay, the flight school for the hijackers was in Sarasota and Lakeland. Just so happens my dad works at Merrill Lynch in Sarasota and Lakeland. And freaking just so happens Bush Sr. bought Merrill Lynch in 78. It just so happens, boom, there was no dead bodies in freaking Ohio crash site. There was no plane hit the Pentagon, and no plane hit the Twin Towers. Holly McKay wrote an article, everybody in Tower 2 was already dead with a bullet in their head. We had to follow the money. There's cartoons, 60s and 70s, about the Twin Towers coming down. Tartaria fucking boom. Columns, the Tartaria fucking empire. Look up mud floods on Instagram, mud floods, Tartaria mud floods, on Instagram. They plan on doing the mud floods to us starting September 4th. Anyways, ask Alexa about the hurricane that hits Miami September 4th. That's going to take out the whole grid of the USA. That's what they plan, and they're going to start the freaking World War III-Z. I suggest I'm going to tell my freaking, I'm submitting this to the Florida Bar. I'm submitting all my shit to the Florida Bar. This is for the Florida Bar. This is for the Florida Bar. I'm submitting all my stuff to freaking, to the Florida Bar. 4 complaints to the Florida Bar. 2 complaints to another organization about 2 judges, and 2 complaints about 2 prosecutors. 8 complaints divided by 3 places. That's 2.666-666-6667. Matt Williams got shot 9. His Diogi got shot twice. His partner shot himself once in the leg. Angelo Freeland got shot 68 times. That's 80 bullets divided by 3. That's 29.666666667. Oh, but I forgot you got to put a 9 for K9. So 89 divided by 3, 26.666666667. Anyways, you freaking add those up, and what do you get? You get freaking 56.333333334. So what's 3334 out of the year? I was born July 21st. I am 56. So anyways, so 68 freaking stab wounds in freaking somebody in a riot 11 years after freaking Angelo Freeland got stabbed 68 times. 2006, I got my Series 7 in 66. And then boom, Anna, my Russian wife, showed up, and then we freaking boom, I quit my job and moved to LA to be with freaking, and then basically Julia, which is Nikita. And freaking boom, the year before I went to get my Series 7 and Series 66, they make you take the Series 7 first and then the 66, so it's not 667. It's 7 then 66. Anyway, it's like freaking, so basically, just like 69, 69, 69 can be 96, 96, 96, back to back, like Sicario. So you're sick, you're going to burn in hell. You're sick, you're going to burn in hell. So Pablo Escobar named us Sicarios. American Italian financial advisor dads to be in a spy program, eugenic spy program after Vietnam to freaking give power to the Republican Party because the Democrats had a tax rate up to 68%. Then after Vietnam, the tax rate, income tax was 68%. So fucking boom, Bush Sr., Carlos Letter, Pablo Escobar, I guess my dad, to be the spy program to freaking give power to the Republican Party because, to change the New World Order because basically, CIA, Democrat, Vatican, to launder drug money the same way with the churches, but other churches. Bush Sr. bought Merrill Lynch in 78. And he wanted to freaking launder drug money. And they were doing it secretly so the Vatican couldn't find out. So they were using United Airlines and American Airlines for fronts of the CIA. Same airlines that got hijacked for fucking September 11th. No dead bodies in the Pentagon. No planes at the Pentagon. No planes at the Twin Towers. Everybody in Tower 2 was already dead with a bullet in their head. Holly McKay wrote an article. Everybody in Tower 2 was already dead with a bullet in their head. And freaking boom. The people that worked in Tower 2, they were from freaking Avianca Airlines that Pablo Escobar blew up to kill one person in 1989. But the CIA did that shit. The CIA Sicarios, and they made a deal with fucking Colombia to fucking boom because they faked their deaths and they worked in Tower 2. We had to follow the money, I guess. I was out. All I did, I just know a little bit about it, and I've been remembering stuff, realizing, and freaking learning stuff. I just freaking faked Pablo Escobar's death. I got sent to freaking Riverside Military Academy, freaking Hezbollah. I made a video, Hezbollah Coca-Cola farmers just cut to Iran in 1974, ACDC jailbreak, a prisoner out of Iran, and fucking boom. 3 days in the Russian tactical suitcase nukes, or the special forces of the United States freaking military, they carry suitcase nukes on their backs. That's how they take out bridges and shit to take down a fucking city. We were in Vietnam to fucking get fucking rubber tree, and freaking boom for the New World Order. We do everything for the New World Order. So basically, us CIA people, we try to fake as many deaths as we can. So Back to the Future, the movie The Back to the Future, shows September 11th, 9/11 21 times. The cartoons from the 1960s and 70s said September 11th and 9/11 at the same time. The towers came with demolition already in the towers. Look up the Twin Towers, 1969. That's the year I was born, July 21st. 50th anniversary of we did not land on the moon, July 21st, 1969, was COVID-19. COVID-19, COVID-19, COVID-19. The day they said Saint Corona, the next day there was $1 trillion crash in the stock market. That was the trigger word. Anyways, those are my bankers. That means we sold all the stocks and bonds at the highest price, $1 trillion in our pockets. Then we fucking waited for all the other people to fucking continuously sell their stocks and then get it at the lowest price. Then we buy back all the same positions at a cheaper price, probably get new freaking names and new socials and shit. We buy all the stocks back. We're SEC approved, Securities Exchange Commission. And buy all the stocks back, and then the difference is the spread, and that's fucking doom. The Wall Street cartel, the house never loses. Anyways, my dad was too busy in fucking boom the 70s and 80s to freaking take me to freaking Indian guides. I wrote a freaking story about it that my dad came over on a raft. He was alien and his freaking friend was Godzilla, alien Godzilla. And fucking boom. He's the first Cuban to be freaking the godfather of the Italian mafia. I was just making up shit, dude, because I was supposed to freaking go to work that day and had a cruise ship, and I get to work, and I was after my first psychosis, and Drody was working at the chair rentals. He said, "Look, Daddy, the police are looking for you. Your sister did a freaking missing persons." So I went to freaking Starbucks and freaking wrote a tweet writing that my dad was a freaking real Tony. He was Tony Montana, and freaking boom, he you know, blah blah blah, and freaking and he wrote and that he was the first godfather of the Italian mafia, and he invented options trading and gave the casinos back to the Italians. Because I said he invented options trading and gave the casinos back to the Italians, my dad's manager researched my dad to see if he did any insider trading and shit, because I put that shit on the internet, and basically everybody knows there was so much put options. CIA that fucking, you know, put the demolition in the Twin Towers or whatever, and fucking, because everybody in Tower 2 was already dead with a bullet in their head. They must have been robbing the gold from people that were robbing the gold. So basically, we're the secretive people because we're the bankers. So if you're the bankers and you're with the money and you got to be totally secret, you're totally secret from the CIA. Like the freaking director of the CIA, and there's no record of you being fucking a CIA freaking banker that's not even CIA with no CIA paycheck. Like the shit is fucking DEA. Bush Sr. created DEA, Undercover Narcotics, the most top secret fucking spies called Sicarios. And fucking we have freaking kids because our baby mamas have freaking 648 kids raised by fucking, you know, Colombian FARC and shit. They fucking probably go to military school and shit. Freaking, you know, they're adopted into freaking finance families, but with a birth certificate. So there's no record. This is very, very secretive. I'm the voice of the Sicarios. Anyway, so hopefully they're going to save us, dude, because we got a hurricane. If you ask Alexa about the hurricane September 4th, it's going to totally destroy Florida. We got to freaking evacuate South Florida. I want to save people. I want to save people and make people not suffer. And there's a hurricane going to destroy the Eastern time zone because the flood boat makes all the hurricanes. So basically, if I get kicked off TikTok again and I'm trying to save people, well, fucking boom, I'm trying to save people, dude. My people are going to be pissed because I'm trying to fucking save people and go a little bit viral and fucking have people help me get a hold of Trump so we can freaking stop the flood boat. And I got fucking TikTok deleting me for freaking nothing. Because freaking, you know, I'm just trying to share shit about the, you know, the clouds, all the clouds that I'm videoing. Blue Beam Project, they're going to fucking mind control people with the freaking 5G towers. 5G towers were never made for internet. And fucking boom. You give us visuals with freaking a fake alien invasion. This whole freaking dome is like a freaking planetarium thing. Anyways, they pour blue dye into the clouds. The whole fucking sky is a freaking boom, plasma freaking, you know, TV. The freaking firmament's like plasma freaking TV. You just put some electricity in that and you got a freaking... Anyways, you see all my lightning storm? So anyways, there's bats flying all over the place. I'm Batman. Oh my God, no, please, please. Judge freaking Anna Maria, don't send me back to a mental hospital. I didn't say I'm Batman, I'm Fat Man. I said I'm Fat Man. I've been writing a book for 7 years, getting my memories back. I told Jimmy said the book should be Liar, Liar, Pants on Fire. Well, as a spy book, you have to live a lie. Anyways, Biden wore all red. His wife wore all red to vote, and he freaking put on the MAGA hat. Freaking fell up the stairs and shit. That was Jim Carrey. Anyways, Biden he's freaking a spy the whole time. All the freaking money that the freaking Democrats and everybody stole, and nobody knows where it is. It all went for the underground bunkers for them to be in. Because basically, if you go to TikTok, if you're on TikTok and try to make a song, try to make a video, choose Puff the Magic Dragon. Puff the Magic Dragon is the #1 song that's most copied by freaking everybody. Thousands of people sing Puff the Magic Dragon. His head is underneath Polk County. Go figure. And freaking he eats all the freaking bad people, all the adults, saves all the kids. So we're probably going to get eaten by freaking Puff the Magic Dragon. And that's fine, because as soon as I freaking get killed, my freaking drone drops out of the moon. I'm fucking, yeah, so basically we cannot get reincarnated. We are at the end times. If you've heard this message You need to look up TikTok, on TikTok, Chosen Ones. Chosen Ones on TikTok. If you chose to watch this on my TikTok, and freaking look up Chosen Ones on TikTok. We're all chosen ones. We're here to freaking lead humanity. Freaking make sure nobody gets, the ones that want to be led. Oh yeah, we have to fucking get everybody. We have to get everybody. It's all or nothing, dude. We have to get everybody on the same page. There is no Democrat. There is no Republican. It's lies on both sides. If you hate Trump, you're believing lies. If you hate Obama, you're believing lies. Obama's gay. Michelle is Michael. She's a tranny. And I like them. I like them, and I like freaking boom, Hillary. I like Pelosi. I like everybody. But I like Trump. I like Trump too. So basically, I've never voted. It's 50-50 every election with voter fraud. The voter fraud's paid for by DEA spies and CIA spies that put drug money into the stock market as donations to churches, county by county. If we didn't have the drug money into the stock market, we wouldn't even have the Wall Street cartel. Drug money, big pharma is a huge thing. Everybody does meth. Anyways, the Hong Kong triads introduced ICE to freaking Hawaii, 1993, same year Pablo Escobar got killed, because they weren't going to have that cocaine money. Anyways, cocaine money is huge, dude. Fucking $250 kilo of cocaine turns into $40,000 wholesale. Just coca leaves. So anyways, when we fucking have the New World Order and their next lives or whatever, we're having a contest. You have to get with a girl partner. You have to dance on coca leaves, turn it into coca paste, and pack a kilo and have your own fucking boom. And make it stamp, dude, for your own personal cartel. Anyways, dude, 18 and up, dude. Drugs in moderation are fucking, you're not supposed to do big, huge lines of coke. You do tiny little bumps, dude. I could never do that. I would never do coke if I didn't do meth. I don't want anybody doing drugs except if you're DEA undercover narcotics. You're supposed to do drugs, a different drug every day of the week. Day of rest on the Sabbath, which is Saturday. Anyways, his name's not Jesus, I don't think, ever was. His name's Yahweh or Yahusha. And you gotta freaking, the most important thing is what he taught. He said, follow me, not worship me. He wants you to freaking replug your DNA and activate your pineal gland and teach your kids your third eye. Activate your third eye and replug your DNA. I do believe that's what he taught. The books of the Bible taken out. The Bible was changed. English language was made to enslave us in the courts, indoctrinate the kids at school, and freaking change the Bible. Anyways, it's so important to look at John Truth Reels. Book of Wisdom, 14 generations of memories stored on your DNA, and then boom, search this book, 104-year-old book, True Zodiac. You need to replug your DNA and activate your third eye. Anyways, thanks for listening and looking at my lightning clouds. Appreciate it.